Hey babes, I'm back with another video. You guys already know what it is. We gonna talk about everything, y'all, and I'm just getting started. So I hope you guys continue to be with me on this journey. I hope you guys continue to show support. I appreciate all the love and support that I got on my first video. I did not expect that. I love all you guys. Like anyone watching, I love you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I just want to say thank you. So you guys read the title. You guys read the caption, whatever you want to call it. We're going to jump into it. Topic today is discipline. And I know y'all like, yeah, we're going to talk about discipline because it's something that we all struggle with, I mean, from people that we don't want to let go, from bad habits that we don't want to stop, from things that we want to stop doing in our lives, things that we want to stop saying in our lives that are no good for us, that don't hold no value. We need discipline. And let me tell y'all, I wanted to make this video about discipline because I have been dealing with it it has been so hard, for me lately because I am trying to change my life. I'm trying to get closer to God. I'm trying to change as a person, as a woman. I want to be a better mother. I want to be a better friend. I want to be, just better. I want to be a new woman. I want to be made over again. And it's so hard because the devil is so busy, and not even just the devil, people, who are not for me, and things get in the way. When you try to get on track with your life, you have all these different distractions. I mean, from men from in your past, you got people that you haven't heard from in years just coming out of nowhere. Soon as you get on track with everything in your life, and everything's feeling like it's starting to come together, and when you're starting to feel like you finally have a purpose, like you finally are doing what you wanted to do all your life, where things are just you're just starting to like evolve, that's when distractions come in, and I just want to talk about this today because it's on my heart so heavy. Today was so emotional for me, and when I explain to you guys, what I mean by that, you guys will understand. Let's just jump right into it. So yesterday was National Women's Day, and I wanted to make a video about women, and especially Black women. I wanted to make a video about how hard we work, the things we go through with men, as far as being single mothers, poverty, how Black women live in poverty. I wanted to like make this big video like about International Women's Day, and y'all, it just makes me want to cry thinking about it. Okay, so before we get into that, I wanted to make this video about International Women's Day, and before I made the video, I said, you know what? I want to go to the store and get some wine so that I can get in the mood of like, talking about this, and I want to have like a little buzz. Like I'm just thinking, why not get a glass of wine? I had a long day at work. Why not just go to the store and get a glass of wine? So I went to the store. I got some wine. I came back home and poured me a glass of wine. I was playing my music and stuff, feeling myself, getting ready, setting everything up for my video. I had my purple on because I guess like International Women's Day, like the color for it is purple, I believe. I'm not sure. I know at my job, like they had it all set up in the lunchroom for us, and the color was purple. So I had my purple shirt on. I did my makeup like purple. You guys, like I had it all down packed. I was like so ready. I was like looking different things up, trying to give y'all some history. Like I was gonna do it all. And I happened to come across something in the process of trying to like starting my video. And make a long story short, I had a friend come over, and she smokes weed, and I've been stopped smoking weed. Like I told God, like I want to get closer to you, I want to change my life, and I have an issue. I have a habit. I have a bad habit of smoking weed. I mean, y'all, it would get to the point where like I would get paid and then I would like consider buying weed as one of my bills. Like I would take out probably $70, $80 for weed, to smoke weed. And I had to be high, you know, for some reason I was just going through so much. I was so stressed. Like I didn't want to like come home yelling at the kids. I didn't want to, you know, be at work like depressed, like going to work like depressed. Oh, like I'm here again. Like, you know, I just had to smoke weed. I mean, I would wake up, I would roll a blunt, I would smoke. I would roll a blunt, I would smoke before I go to bed. I would smoke before I eat. Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I would probably say I smoked okay, just to be real, I'm not even gonna cut. My channel is gonna be real. I'm gonna give it to y'all raw. I had to smoke, I want to say 4 or 5 times a day. I had to smoke. I had to be high. I had to feel good, you know. And I haven't touched a blunt before this incident that happened yesterday. I haven't touched a blunt, I would want to say, in 2 months, almost 3. And I could be wrong. I could be doing the calculations wrong, but I haven't smoked, you know, lately. I just told myself I don't want to smoke. I'm a female. I want to smell good. I don't want to smell like weed. I have seen females where like their lips turn black when they smoke a lot. Don't want to look like that. No offense to the women, you know, that have that issue, but I don't want to have to be high. I don't want to have to consume something in my body to make me feel better, you know. And you know, I just prayed to God about it. I said, you know what, can you deliver me from this? Like I don't want to smoke no more. I don't want to have to, like, it would get to the point, y'all, where I would say like I had to smoke. If I didn't have no money to smoke, or if like I couldn't get a hold of no one to like buy no weed or anything like that, I'm telling you, I would, you know, it was kind of like I was on drugs, like real hardcore drugs. And I know you probably laugh when I say this, but I know so many people in my life that do it. And I also, you know, had to discipline myself when I'm around them, because I have friends that smoke, you know, I have family members that smoke, and I've been doing it for so long. And, you know, I just went cold turkey. I went cold turkey and I asked God to deliver me from this. I don't want to have this habit. I don't want to like be okay, like basically not be okay, but I don't want to have to smoke to be okay. I don't want to have to be high to be okay. And you know, he really showed out for me. He told me, like, you know, if you want to be delivered from this, you got to be serious. You have to do the work. If you're out with your friends and, you know, they rolling up a blunt and, you know, they offer you the blunt, hey, you want to hit this blunt? Just say no, or just walk away, or don't be around them when they're smoking. Don't be in that, you know, around them, you know, when they're doing that. And I've learned, you know, I had some friends come out here and, you know, we went to like this birthday dinner for my friend's birthday, and they all were smoking, and I didn't hit the blunt. And I was so proud of myself because it took me so long to get there. Any other time I would always say, oh, I quit smoking. And as soon as I get around somebody and they smoking, I would hit the blunt. And it's like, sis, like, what are you doing? Like, you don't know what you want at this point. Like, do you want to better yourself? Like, what do you got going on? And then I'm already, you know, lazy as it is. And when I would smoke, I wouldn't do nothing. Like, when I tell y'all gonna, like, y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy. I would smoke and I would lay in the bed all day. I mean, all day. Like, be lazy. I would have so many errands to run and just, whatever, I'm high, I don't feel like getting up, I'm being lazy. I mean, to the point where I wouldn't even cook dinner. Just let the kids find something quick to eat, you know. Like, y'all gonna have a TV dinner tonight. I'm tired, I'm lazy, I'm gonna sit here and munch on my snacks and lay in the bed. I did not want to be that way. You know, I don't want to be that way. I don't want to get high. Like, I want to be in my right mind. And then when I'm high, I forget so much. I forget so much. I already forget things as it is. I'm only one person, but I forget so many different things. And I would say I'm just saying all this to say, y'all, like, I have been struggling for so long with this smoking situation, and since I've, you know, haven't smoked in months, I've been doing so good. Now I'm able to be around people who, you know, who are smoking and in the same room as them. You know, when that blunt going in rotation, I could sit right there and be cool. You know, I could, and it's like nobody but God. And then, you know, I could discipline myself. I could actually just sit there and be like, you know, okay, I see you working. Like, I'm good now. I'm good now. I don't need it no more. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't have no desire for it. I'm good now. And I just want to talk about this today because this is something so serious, and God is so real, y'all. Like, I can't stress this enough. So back to yesterday, you know, I had a friend come over, and she had left a half a blunt over my house. And I was cleaning up, you know, before I started to, you know, before I started to make my video, and I seen the blunt in the ashtray, you know, and you guys, I seen that blunt, and something told me, like, okay, one hit, if you hit it once, you'll be good. Just hit it one time so you can feel good before you make this video. Like, just hit it one time. And then I had something else telling me, don't hit it, don't pick it up. You've been doing good, don't pick it up. So I had texted her, and I was like, you know, hey girl, you left your weed over here. Like, you know, are you gonna come get it? And she goes, no, you can have it. And I said, I don't smoke no more. Oh yeah, girl, I forgot you don't smoke no more. Well, just leave it. Just leave it there. You know, I'll be over there a different day. Like, just leave it, or put it in a bag, or, you know, or throw it away. Like, it's cool. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, I already got a little buzz from my wine. Let's see how I'll do on the video when I record if I hit the blunt a few times. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I hit that blunt, I hit it like twice. And when I hit that blunt, I sat here and I could not record this video for nothing. I mean, all of a sudden I see a fly come in the back. I'm like, where did a fly come from? It's winter. I'm just looking like, what is going on? And then I'm sitting here, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking over here, you know, and then, you know, everything I'm saying don't really it don't make sense. And, you know, I started to, I just kept like hitting the end button on the record. Like, I was like, oh no, that don't look right. Then I'll do it again. I want to say I started recording. I got home around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I texted my best friend. I told her, I'm going to text you when I'm done with this video. I didn't get done with making this video. Well, I didn't even make a video. So let's just put that out there. I could not get the words out. Everything I was saying wasn't making sense. And I kept recording, re-recording. I just kept doing it over and over again. And it just wasn't working out. And it's like, something told me, and it's just like, you just should have never hit that blunt, because now you can't even focus on what you're trying to do. And I'm like, I sat here and I prayed and I said, God, please just give me the words to say in this video, like, help me. And it still wasn't, you know, it wasn't working. And I said, you know what? Something told me not to pick this blunt up. And after that, I was like, you know what? It's just not meant for me to make a video today. I'm not even going to make a video about International Women's Day. I'm going to let it go. Like, whatever. I'm too high. You know, I didn't already have me a cup of wine. Like, I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I can't. I wasn't able to do it, y'all. And let me tell you, it's so crazy how God worked, because when I turned my phone off and when I got up, something just like, y'all, like I'm telling you, God is so real. And you know, I may not be as close to him as I want to be, and I may not be, you know, holier than thou. I may not be where I want to be right now, with my spiritual life, and like, you know, as far as like my religion and stuff like that. I may not be where I want, but let me tell you, God will get you there. God is so real. Like, y'all, I just had something tell me, and it probably was the Holy Spirit. I had the Holy Spirit tell me, like, you are in a different season in your life. And I just like sat there, and I'm like, okay, like, what does that mean? And he says, you are in a different season in your life. So since you are in a different season in your life, you have to let go of the old things. So I'm just thinking in my head, like, whoa, like, hold on, because I quit smoking so many times, y'all. Like, I always used to tell my sister, like, yeah, I quit smoking. She's like, girl, you ain't quit smoking. You gonna be smoking with us this weekend. Like, I always like say that. But this time it's different, guys. Like, I really feel like God delivered me from this habit, because everybody around me smoking. People, I know a lot of people that, you know, that smoke. And for some reason, this time it feels different. It feels so different, y'all, because God has a purpose for me, and he told me, you have to let that go. If we're going to do this, if I'm going to blow you up, if I'm going to bless you, if I'm going to change your life and give you and your kids what you guys desire, and like have this beautiful life, you have to let it go. You have to. You cannot be with me and of the world. You can't be like, oh, I love you, God, like, live for me. You can't live for me and be of the world. We have to obey God's will, you know. And I like, all I could do was cry, like, oh my God, this is so real. Like, he really has a plan for me. He really is about to bless me. He even told me, like, it's people in your life that are leaving right now, and they're leaving because you are going to the next level, and you have to discipline yourself to just be humble and just stay where you are and let me make the move for you. You ain't got to do nothing else but obey me. Obey me. The friends that left, let them leave. The men that left, let them leave. You know, whatever you lost in your last season, let it go. Let it go. You know, I love you. You're my daughter. I'm always going to look out for you. And, you know, the weed is one thing. You got to let it go. Stop trying to mix me and the world up together. You can't do that. If you want to be blessed, if you want to go to this next level, you have to obey me. You have to change. You got to do new things. You got to walk different. You got to talk different. And I'm sitting here like, is he really talking to me? Like, I have never heard from God ever in my life. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I have never been that close to God to hear these type of things. And it just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. And I'm sitting on the side of my bed, and I'm sitting here, and he's like, you are about to prosper, and you have to let these things go. I mean, guys, I have been so disobedient to God in my past life. Like, I mean, just not even 6 months ago, I was talking to this guy, he was not on my level at all. Not on my level. And when I say this in the most humblest way. He was not on my level, guys, because he didn't have a car. He didn't have a house. And, you know, normally I would be embarrassed to say this, but that's the old me, so I don't even care. He did not have the things that I needed for him to have in order to be the right man for me. I even tried to take him to church. That didn't really work out. He wasn't for me. And, you know, I had all the signs. I mean, he had so many different issues with his ex, with his child's mother. He had so many different issues, guys. You know, I even went to church. I got prayed over, and, you know, basically the pastor was telling me, like, the person that I'm dating, the person that I'm entertaining right now, I have to let them go, because they're not where you are in life, and he is not for you, and he is not, that's not who God wants you to be with. And I still was rebellious. Like, he told me to go right, I went left, and I didn't listen. I did not listen to him. When I tell y'all, ladies, we have to go with our first mind. Our first mind is basically God leading us through the path. He's trying to lead us in the right direction. And when I say that, I mean every aspect of your life, in every area in your life, you have to do this. If you feel like a friend is betraying you, or if you feel like a friend is doing something to hurt your feelings, speak on it and go with that first mind. Be disciplined. Don't hang out with that friend if you feel like, she's not a real friend. Don't date that man if you feel like he's not good for you or he don't treat you right. Like, if you have these feelings before you go into these different situations, discipline yourself. Say, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fight that discipline, because whatever's on the other side is for me. And what's for you is for you, and what's not, it's not. And we can't fight it. And I cried. I cried all night. I cried at work. I cried at work because and not sad tears. They were tears of joy. Tears of joy, because I think about all the people that were in my life in my past, as far as friends, men, different people, even family, some of my family, and I would always ask God, why me? Why are they doing this to me? Why are they hurting me? And it's because God is about to make me something new. And with those people that were in my life, it's not going to work. It's not going to work out. And, that goes for things too, things in the world, as far as material things, as far as spending money, he's disciplining me right now with that as well. I'm learning how to save money. I have never saved money a day in my life, if we're going to be honest. Never. I have always spent my money. Whatever money I touch, I'm going to spend. I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to do all these different things. I might go out of town. I'm going to go out to eat. Of course, go out to eat. Ladies, you already know when we get some money in our pocket, we going to go out to eat. Okay, we going to eat. And I never saved money because no one ever really taught me. And I know that's not an excuse, but I never saved money a day in my life. And, now that I'm starting to save money and I'm starting to walk different, talk different, do things differently, God has really been blessing me. Discipline is something that we have to work on, ladies, because we are so rebellious. We don't listen to nobody. We don't even listen to our friends. When our friends tell us, don't deal with him, he's no good for us, he's no good for you, don't deal with him, we don't listen. When we have different signs, different things happening in our lives, we don't listen. We want to do what we feel is best for us. And sometimes what we think is best for us isn't good for us, and we just got to listen. We have to obey God. We have to, y'all. I'm telling you, you don't got to be super close to God to obey him. You just got to obey him. It's very easy. When you have that gut feeling, or you feel like you should have did something differently, that's God. You have to obey these things, only because he has so much in store for us. It could be the littlest things. I know, maybe you guys are thinking well, all you did was hit the blunt a few times. No, it's a big deal to me, because I couldn't record my video. I couldn't make no content like that. I wasn't in my right mind. I kept messing up, and I couldn't get the words out. I didn't even know what I was talking about. I just was all over the place. My eyes were real low, unattractive. You know what I mean? I didn't want to look like that in my video. I want to look different. I want to talk different. I want to, like I said, I want to be made over. And I'm telling you guys this. I just want to encourage you guys to obey God. Obey God. Obey what he tells you to do. Obey. I'm telling you, he's going to take you to the next level if you obey. If you just obey. If you get a bad feeling, he's just testing you for your obedience. He's testing you only because we live in our flesh, and we want to do things that make us feel good. We want to do things that make us feel good. And I have been learning that the things that make me feel good are not always good for me. And I have to understand, with me going to this next level, I have to be obedient. I have to. And whoever I lose on the way to this next level, whoever I used to deal with that don't hold no value in my life, don't value me, they gotta go. It's obedience. I have bad soul ties. I have men in my life who I miss, or sometimes I want to hit up or I want to text them, but I know they're no good for me. So I just listen to God, and I say, you know what? I'm going to wait on the man that you want me to be with. I'm going to wait on him because I got to be obedient. I'm never going to get treated right by what I want. Sometimes what we want is no good for us, guys. We have to be obedient. We have to. And I'm just saying all this to say, like, sis, be obedient. Discipline yourself. Even with like just little things, like you want to lose weight and you keep saying, I'm going to go to the gym every Thursday. But every time Thursday come, you at the bar. You're drinking for Thirsty Thursday, or you sitting there at the bar eating wings or something, but you have to discipline yourself. It's so hard. But the reason why it's hard is because you're going to the next level. That's the only reason why it's hard. If you weren't going to the next level, it would be easy. But you're going to the next level. You're entering a new season. Sis, you are. I want you guys to hear me out when I say this. We have to discipline ourselves. We have to, because we're going to miss out on our blessing. We have to obey God. We have to do things the right way. And I just thank him for like just caring about me enough to show me that, to tell me that, to reveal like what it is. I could not record that video for nothing. Like, I couldn't record that video, y'all. I was stumbling on my words. If I show you guys my camera roll, you guys will be like, oh my gosh, I was sitting here for 3 hours trying to record a video and I couldn't do it because I wasn't being obedient. I wasn't in my right mind. I haven't smoked in like 3 months. What am I doing? I told myself I quit. Why did I have to hit the blunt? Why did I have to go against that? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying all this to say, like, sis, we got to focus on us. We have to be obedient. We have to discipline ourselves. I mean, when I say discipline, I mean really be firm on yourself. It's easy to be firm on someone else. It's easy to discipline someone else. It's easy to discipline our kids. Like, no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to go there. It's so easy. But when it comes to ourselves, we can't do it. Sis, we got to do it. We have to. Like, I am so like I'm big this year. I'm big on saving money. I'm big on, the no dating situation. I'm like strictly dating myself. I don't look forward to really dating. If I do date, it's going to be someone who is meant for me, someone that I know who is meant for me. And, I'll know that with time, but I just want us to give ourselves discipline. If we do have a few drinks in our system, are you going to discipline yourself not to text that toxic ex? Are you going to discipline yourself not to go over his house and he don't treat you good? He don't value you. You know what I mean? Are you going to discipline yourself? Discipline yourself, sis. If you feel like you need to lose 10 pounds, if you want to lose 10 pounds by the end of this month, discipline yourself. Don't eat what makes you gain weight. Don't sit there and just sit in the bed and, snack all day. And that's another thing. It's a lot of things that we deal with that hinder us from our blessing, and it's a lot of people like that too. I have friends that I have to kind of distance myself from. And I know you're probably thinking, well, they ain't your friends. And no, they can be my friends, but I have to discipline myself when it comes to them, as far as giving them my time and letting them know certain things in my life, because sometimes your friends can distract you as well. They can distract you on certain things, certain journeys that you are in your life. They can distract you. Or sometimes the devil can use one of your friends, or to make you a certain way, or to have you thinking about something else, or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying all this to say, like, you guys, you gotta just have discipline. Love yourself. It's very hard to have discipline, but I'm telling you, once you master that discipline, once you master how to control your feelings and things, like, I know I have got like upset before, and I would send ignorant texts to people. I would be hateful. I would say the most hateful things. You know, I'm a Virgo. and I'm a Virgo, and everybody know how we get when we mad, you know, but I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be in that category. I want to be covered. I want to be, you know, like not bothered by anything, you know. And in order to be that way, we have to be disciplined. The first step is discipline. Y'all, when somebody make us upset, or when we have a friend that hurt our feelings, or at the time, if you have a man, or if you had anybody in your life that is close to you do something to make you upset, discipline yourself. Because ladies, let me tell you, God is real. He wants the best for us, you know. And I feel like the season that I'm in my life right now, he is really showing me. He's really showing me, you know, he's testing me. He's testing me. And it seems like when you go in a new season in your life, when you go on a new journey in your life, you know, you get distractions. All different type of things come at you, you know. And I'm just learning to discipline myself, love myself, do things my way, and just focus on what's important, you know. And I'm not dealing with no extra BS. I'm not trying to, you know, go back to my old ways. I don't want to date the same men. I don't want to have the same toxic friends. I don't want to have the bad energy around me. I want to be made over. I want to be new. But we have to discipline ourselves. We have to obey God. And that's basically all it is. That's all it is. When you came into this world, God had a purpose for you. He did. He had a purpose for you. And, you know, you just got to be obedient to get to that. You have to. You have to be obedient. And it's more easier said than done. Because trust me, I had my little situation yesterday, but I'm over it. I cried. I let it go. And I'm moving forward. It's okay to mess up. I'm not saying like you're not going to mess up, like you're not going to slip up one day. I'm not saying that, because we're human and God understands that we're human, but we have to do the work. You know what I mean? We have to be firm on ourselves. We have to be consistent. We have to give ourselves discipline. I'm telling you, it is so important to give ourselves discipline, guys. Like we just got to do it. We got to. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to give you guys a little encouragement today, because I know it can be very hard. And I love you guys. You know, it's more content coming, and I'm very excited to start this journey with you guys. I hope you guys stay on this journey with me, and let's discipline ourselves, ladies. Let's do it. Love you.